Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, grubs. Today we are going to be ramming, slamming, and jamming with the undisputed knockout king, the heaviest donk on a battlefield filled with very heavy donks, the AMR. If you want to know absolutely everything there is to know about this thing, stick around because we're going to break it down in minute, exquisite, painful detail. Now, there are a few clips here at the start that have obviously been featured before on channel. I want to put them in here because it's one of the reasons I really love this gun, is it's a highlight reel machine. And it's balanced in a really weird way. The rest of the guns in the game tend to be balanced purely upon the statistics, but the AMR is balanced with its ammunition loadout. I mean, there is no way you could say that this gun is anything but broken. I mean, you're looking at a gun that until it was introduced, the fastest bullet speed in the game was 1,000 meters a second, and that was the Mini 14. The AMR has 1,200 meters a second bullet speed. That's incredibly quick. It means you can whip people out of vehicles so fast, just like that. Like, look at it, just wincing everything. And for snapshots on moving vehicles like this, it's brutal. And the fact is, it fires through the vehicle. AMR stands for Anti-Materials Rifle. And that means it can hit targets on the other side of the doors and bonnets and roofs of vehicles as they cruise through the PUBG Mobile universe. If you're on a poor old motorbike, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, buddy. Run away from love. Run away very, very fast. Oh, actually, this is another motorbike doing very poorly versus the AMR. And one of the reasons there are so many of these clips where I'm rinsing people out of cars is purely and simply bullet speed. Bullet speed equals accuracy. So the AMR has the most incredibly accurate round in PUBG Mobile. And it is able to go through vehicles. You'd think that would be enough, but no. They stacked on top of the most incredibly accurate round, the most incredibly damaging round. Until this gun, the AWM, was the bomb. 156 base damage into a level no vest. So it was killing you instantly, even if you were wearing a level 1 vest. 109 damage. Oh, this is another important thing to note. Watch where I hit the AMR in this car. There's a little bullet mark there. You can see the, like, as it enters the car. So it gives a headshot into a level 3 helmet. Now the AMR, like the AWM before it, knocks people instantly with level 3 headshots, or level 3 helmets when they get a headshot. But you have to make sure that you don't go through too much vehicle to pick up that level 3 clear. And you can also see that I've got the AWM on the ground next to me here. So I'm spending the rounds in the AMR like water. That's important because the AMR, despite being the heaviest damaging weapon and the fastest bullet speed and able to shoot through vehicles and having a 5-round clip, which means you can auto, or 5-round magazine, sorry, I get people upset with me, means you can just keep firing and you don't have to reload like a bolt action. It still isn't considered by many a viable weapon. And we all know why that is. It is because it only comes with 10 rounds. It is the only gun in PUBG Mobile that I can think of that they really balance purely and simply with availability of ammunition. I mean, the P90 has a limited amount of ammo, but it's a CQC weapon. It still has 200 while you're running it. Like, it's not like the AMR where you get 10 shots. That's it. And it can be really frustrating sometimes like that, where you have to thirst with AMR rounds. You can see how careful I am here. I don't want to spend any more ammo than I already am on clearing these guys. It's really, really annoying. So, what can you do to maximize your AMR experience? Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. I generally play with at least one other human. Generally, my most common teammate is McDingling. Dingers runs a Mini 14 all the time. And we do a thing where I will run a Bolty and he will run a Mini 14. If you have a teammate that runs a DMR or just a full auto sprayer, allow them to clear your knocks. Now, it will take away from your damage, but the AMR, as you get later and later in the game, is such a big weapon. It's such a game changer. See that? Hit him in the car. Didn't knock him. Just simple AMR stuff. But you don't have to reload like you would with a normal... you can see I've got 12 in the thing here. We pulled down a couple of airdrops over at Lace, so we are quite happily running around firing extra AMR rounds. If anyone's like, why do you have so many clips of you sniping people out of cars and things? I've got a file on my project line, and if enough people want to see this, I'll do it. Well, I'll just export it and put some music behind it. I've got like 20 minutes of this kind of stuff. Like, easy. Just sitting there waiting to go. Like, sniper highlights just from mostly the last 4 or 5 months. Anyone that watched the stream today would have seen some lovely sniper shots. It's just what we like to do around here. We're not good at much else. We're good at hitting people in the head with a Bolty or an AMR, etc., etc., etc. Onwards and upwards. So the other thing about bullet speed is not only does it mean you don't have to lead targets by a lot. Well, this isn't true. What I'm going to say is true now. PUBG Mobile does a weird thing where bullet speed should really generally equal how much the bullet drops. So say you're doing 1,000 meters a second. There's bits around this, but basically if you're going 1,000 meters a second, there should be next to no bullet drop. But sometimes guns will just drop more despite them having better bullet speed than other weapons. The AMR is not one of those guns. The AMR is a gun where you fire the thing and it goes dead straight. That is nearly 400 meters away, 361 meters. There was 0 bullet drop in that engagement. You can see how far away these targets are. Look at that. That is invaluable. The reason this is such a crazy weapon, straight up, is that bullet speed. 1,200 meters a second is 20% faster than a Mini 14. And a Mini 14 is already ridiculous. And all these engagements, look at where the reticle is on the target. If I'm firing a Car 9 or an M24 or a Mosin Nagant or even an AWM, I've got to leave a little bit of the reticle to allow for bullet drop. I do not have to allow for bullet drop with the AMR. With the AMR, all I have to do is point and pull the trigger, and it instantly hits them. 1,200 meters a second means you're covering the distance super quick. And for anyone who's spent any time on channel, they will understand that the faster that you can cover the distance with your round and knock the target, the quicker their rounds disappear. If you're fighting someone and it's a 1v1 and you kill them, all the rounds that they just fired, if they're dead, disappear. So getting a knock, while fantastic, is great, but like it's not... Oh god, I love that. Jumping up on the edge to get the little bit of an extra angle. Oh, hello. Yeah. The AMR... The only time I leave this gun is if you get the room key, there is not enough ammo for the AMR. You get 5 rounds. You get 5 rounds instead of the 10 if you pick up the room key. And I feel like that's just not enough to run the AMR. 5 rounds. But what I will often do with the AMR is if you've had a gunfight like that and there's a whole bunch of boxes just lying on the ground, I'll run through all the AMR ammo and then just pick up something else. And you can use it. It's like a situational advantage. Playing against someone with an AMR is such a nightmare because you never know if they've actually finished all their rounds. So rotating out in a vehicle can be very, very dangerous. And often I will save my AMR rounds to make the most of those rotations. Anyway, I'm Bushka. Thank you so much for watching. your continued support and championing of the cause of PUBG Mobile is much appreciated by yours truly. Don't miss the streams. Don't miss the giggles. Lots more coming. Until next time, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.